Hi guys, Jeff again. I'm back. Know what I said yesterday. I know what I said. Wasn't good. I didn't want to make any more videos about Onision. I genuinely meant that. Genuinely meant that. But I should have known that he'd put out a video as well as go on this Twitter tirade. So I've had a long day. I've just got out of the shower and whatever. Got myself a nice cold beer. Might need that to get through watching one of his videos. I'm gonna go and we're gonna have a little look through this. I might stop it, do a bit of commentary on it, and so on. Just I haven't really watched it through yet, so I am just shooting from the hip a bit here. So if I lose my thread or anything like that, I apologise. Gonna try, if possible, to get through this without losing my cool. Can't guarantee that. And if I also want to see if I can get this video done in one, just one video. If I have to make this a two-parter though, I might have to do that. So right, let's see what Onion Boy has got to say. What you got to say about this, Greg? Okay, I'm having some technical difficulties here.
As I'm sure you're aware,
okay, here we go.
Billions upon billions of human beings have died before you. Like, we are just a copy of many people who came before us. Many of us are going to live totally irrelevant lives, and then we're going to die, and we're going to cease to exist. Some people believe in an afterlife. Who cares? For all we know, we're just going to rot in the ground, and that's it. Today I saw a bunch of people retweeting and tweeting about another mass death that occurred violently. And people get so excited over these things, they don't realize why they're tweeting these things. First off, over 1,000 people die of cancer.
Okay, I'm going to pause it there. People know why they're tweeting about this stuff, Greg. Okay, this was a shocking and horrible event. Okay, people know why they're tweeting about this. Yeah, I know people. People live, people die every day. Correct. Not yes, you're factually correct there, Greg. But people know why they're tweeting. All right, so let's continue this a bit.
Every single day, look it up. It's the truth. But how often do you see people tweeting? Over 1,000 people died of cancer today. My heart goes out to the families.
Oh,
by the way, your heart going out to families, worthless. That doesn't help them. Your prayers doesn't help them. You look up statistics on that as well. It seems like more often than not, your prayers do less, if not more.
Right, okay. Okay. Your thoughts and prayers aren't going to help. Okay, I get it. I gather you're an atheist, Greg. I sort of am myself. I mean, I just might take a little personal side note here. I was once very, very staunchly militant kind of atheist. Kind of delved into sort of paganism a bit more recently and so on. And, I perhaps opened my mind to stuff, although still very, very skeptical about a lot of stuff and very cynical, So, I do believe you have to apply a certain amount of cynicism and stuff to this. And a lot of my delving into, paganism had to do with the relationship that I was in until recently. But anyway, that's a little side note. But just want to say something about this. Okay, now, prayer doesn't help. Maybe not. But I think it's very nice, it's not nice because these families have lost people. Then there's no amount that's gonna bring them back. But sometimes just knowing there's people out there supporting them and having their thoughts with them are, it's a little bit comforting. Now, now let's put this in terms that if you are an atheist and so on, Greg, doesn't this thing even make this even worse in a sense that because you believe you believe, I probably believe that they're not going to have any kind of afterlife and that this is the end. this is, this is the end of them as beings. Does that not make this even more tragic? I don't know. I mean, I think possibly so, if that is the case. So anyway, let's see what else you got to say.
Because a lot of times the people you pray for die. It's almost like they flipped a coin. And that's it. So you're just saying things to make yourself feel better about people dying, essentially. Okay? And what's sad is when you're on Twitter, you see a lot of people saying these things, which they don't really mean anything except for look at me. Someone died. Look at me. Ooh, this is trendy. I know for a fact that if you tweet during an event that just happened that's very violent, if you would tweet about that event, you're going to get more retweets than your average tweet. People know this.
Now, what I think he's doing here is, I think he is applying his own kind of logic and his own outlook on the world to everyone else. I think this is the way he thinks. I believe, he likes attention, and hey, here I am. I'm giving it to him. Really, it's worked. But I think he's applying his own sort of logic here and his own outlook on the world to everyone else. And as I said in my video yesterday, Greg, not everybody thinks the way you think. People may tweet out about this stuff on social media or whatever because it's genuinely affected them. And they want to, just do that little something or whatever to show a bit of compassion, a bit of solidarity with people who, have lost someone, who have gone through a terrible experience. That's why they're doing this. It's not about getting retweets or likes on Facebook or whatever. It is out of genuine concern. Okay, let's go on a bit.
People who are celebrities, people who are internet personalities, they know this. And then they tweet about it. They tweet specifically saying how much they care, what a hero they are. And then everyone else goes, oh, well, you're a hero. You care. I want you to go to news.google.com and type in death. And look at all the people that are dying. Constantly.
Good Lord.
Constant deaths. A lot of you watching this right now, you're going to be dead within a couple years. Reality, okay? That's just how it is. A lot of us, maybe even me, will be dead within a couple years.
You might be if some people get their hands on you, Greg. I can tell you that now. Oh, good Lord. I don't even know what to say to that, really. It's quite... I don't even know what to say to this. This is quite mad, really. I'm just going to continue this because I don't even know what to sort of say to this.
Okay? And then we have these people pretending selectively like certain deaths matter, but certain ones don't.
Oh, dear.
But we most all agree that all human lives are equal, right? Inherently equal. Like, at birth, you're equal, and then your decisions may change your value. But inherently, they're all equal. We know nothing of the people who have died recently in an attack, so they're about as equal as people who have died from cancer. Okay? So, if they're both equal, then why don't they both get priority on our Twitters?
Okay. Kind of goes back to something I said in the video yesterday, like when you brought up people dying in the Middle East or whatever, and the fact that people don't necessarily hear about this. Not everybody hears about people that are, dying from cancer every day. Now, but to be honest, if you follow any kind of social media at all, especially, if anyone's into Facebook, you often see a lot of people tweeting posting or sharing kind of cancer awareness kind of things, and there's a lot of us know someone has died from cancer and so on. But and there is genuine sort of sympathy for there, but the fact is you don't necessarily know everyone that dies from that every single day. This is why people don't post about it every single day. Something like this, has just shocked people. It's shocked people. It's, and emotions are running really high. You don't seem to get this, Greg. Okay, let's go on a bit more.
Or social media
Still
Why don't we not
trying to
talk
keep my
about them
cool,
all?
folks. Trying to keep my cool.
The difference is excitement. The difference is interest. So when you see someone tweeting or publicly talking about a death, more often than not, if it's not directly personal to them, they're talking about that because people will listen, because people will care. It's not about the people who died. It's about getting that attention.
Oh, for goodness sake. Again, applying really your own set of values and your own outlook on the world to the way other people you believe people think. You may be genuinely incapable of feeling any kind of empathy, for people, for the victims of this attack. Maybe I'm not going to try and psychoanalyze you. There's a lot of people who go up on YouTube trying to do stuff like that. I'm not going to attempt to do that. But sorry folks, trying not to get wound up, but it's getting difficult. So again, yes, Greg, you are, I believe you're putting your own sort of set of values and your own outlook, and you think that applies to everyone. It does not. Okay, people have different outlooks. Now, I'll just say for a couple of minutes before I shut this one down, I'm going to have to do a part 2 on this, I think, because I'm not going to get through this. So I'm going to have to record a part 2, I think. I can't believe I'm going to have to do 2 videos about this clown. Yeah, okay. I'm going to get a little bit personal here for a second. I've gone through phases at times where I've really kind of fought the very worst of people, and I've had that kind of very low opinion of other human beings and so on. I've gone through periods like that, but also see a lot of good in people, and as well. It sort of swings. Depends on sort of what's been going on in my life or whatever. I've gone through phases of that recently for reasons I'm not gonna get into on YouTube, as personal reasons. But I've gone through some real phases of just thinking people being a real cynic about other human beings. But at the same time, in general, I try to look for the best in humanity and have a bit of faith in humanity. Okay guys, listen, I'm gonna call a halt to this right here. I'm gonna stop the video here, and then I'm gonna recommence this with a part 2. Okay, so see you guys, hopefully see you, some of you watch part 2 if you, even if you, so okay guys, right, salute.